Good morning and welcome to our Friday Feel Good workout. Lovely to see lots of participants on Zoom this morning, lots of regular, but please, anyone, any age, anywhere can join in this workout, even if it's for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, bit of exercise snacking. I'm also streaming live on my Facebook at Feel Good with Lavina and on YouTube, Feel Good with Lavina, where over 3-year sessions are saved. Many are in Gujarati, which were at the beginning of the pandemic, and many are with my amazing mother-in-law, who unfortunately has hurt her leg. So unfortunately she won't be joining today. She's going to rest it out this week. So lots and lots of you are live with me, which is brilliant. I'm just going to turn this music down. We're going to get going. So first of all, we'll take a little seat and just do a moment of breathing, what I call my breath snacks. This is part of my Feel Good fitness prescription. Just focus on your breath. It can be stressful to get here, it can be busy, our minds can be racing between thoughts, and the power of breath is amazing just to get us reset, calm the body and mind, get us ready for a lovely workout to invest in your mental and physical health today. Lovely smiles on Zoom, everyone. So just close your eyes, relax. Maybe place your hands on your lap, maybe one hand on your belly, one on your heart, and just start taking some lovely deep breaths. That's all we're going to do today. Every week is different. So you can go to YouTube and find another breath snack if you like. Today we're just focusing on positive inhales, filling up the body with positivity. Exhale any negativity, tension, worries, anxiety all away. Just focus on your breathing. Breathing in through your nose. Try and really expand the belly, the lungs. Really get a lovely breath in and a lovely long exhale. You can exhale through your nose or your mouth, even if you want to let a lovely sigh out. And a sigh of relief. Get rid of any stress. Good. Let's do 2 more on your own time. If you can, extend the breath out longer than your inhale. That's one of the best ways to kick in your parasympathetic nervous system to really rest the body, calm the mind, get us away from that fight or flight mode, which we're pretty much lots of us in our busy lifestyles. 1 more round. Breathe in, breathe out. Well done. You can place your hands over your eyes, let a bit of light in, and open your eyes when you're ready. Bring a big smile to your face and let the hands go. We're going to do a slightly shorter session today, about 30 to 40 minutes. So longer sessions on YouTube saved for you. We're going to continue the breath, but this time with a band or a pair of old tights or anything that you've got that's got a bit of stretch. That's going to give us a bit of resistance. So we're going to continue our mindful breathing, that lovely long inhale and exhale, but we're going to add a bit of movement today. So we're going to hold whatever we've got in our arms nice and tight. Already you should feel those muscles engaged there. And seated or standing, I will demonstrate both. We're going to lift the arms up with our inhale, and we're going to bring them down with a lovely long exhale. Now, the tighter I hold the band, the more engagement and activation I've got in my muscles. So you could do this seated. Throughout this workout, I would love you to suck in your belly button in towards your spine, so it's almost like a rope pulling it in. So we're training the muscle groups in our abdominals. Our back is nice and straight. We often do my little desk snack, which is just making sure that our shoulders are up, back and down. That analogy of my desk that's in my TED talk as well. So we're inhaling and exhaling. While you do this, really focus on tightening the muscles. we're loosening things up. So this is a bit of mobility to get the synovial fluid around the joints nice and lubricated, to get the muscles activated, to warm up. Can you feel this, everyone on Zoom? If you can, give me some nods. If you're on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, join in. Even if you're behind your desk, you can do this seated. And I've got my shoulders relaxed the whole time I'm doing this movement. One more up and one more down. So we're going to now, you don't have to use a band. You can try this even without. So if you don't have equipment, do not worry. Don't let that be a barrier to exercise. We're going to hold it nice and tight out in front of you. All I'm going to do, I'll show you from the side, is just open out. So little pulses. Now I'm going to keep it quite tight. My arms as straight as possible. It's quite a tight movement depending on if you've got resistance band, what type of band you've got. Tights are brilliant, guys. So just a pair of old tights. We can get a hold of those anywhere as well. Can you feel this? I'm squeezing the back of my shoulder blades together. I can feel it around my chest, even my arms. Let's go for 3 little pulses, squeezing back. Breathing with it. Don't forget that breathing throughout the moves and relax. Woo, I can feel that already. You can march on the spot if you want to just keep the legs going and getting our steps in from indoors as well. You can do, again, do this all seated. We're now going to do some lovely openers. So ideally, if you haven't got a band, this is the movement. We're going to open out wide, diagonally. Then bring your arms to the front and open out the other way with a lovely big breath out. If those arms get tired, you can drop them down. So I have all ages joining me on these sessions. On Zoom today, I can see many of you, I won't say any ages, but in your 70s, 80s and 90s. So that is inspiration on its own, and if you're new today, just do what you can. If there's an exercise you don't like, just swap it out. Maybe just do some marching on the spot, seated or standing. Can you feel this? This is now starting to burn my arms. It's the lactic acid around the muscles because we're adding a bit of resistance, strength training, which is so important for all ages, to increase our muscle mass. Let's extend out 3, beautiful. If you're behind your desk, working from home, this mobility snack at the beginning is brilliant to help combat sedentary lifestyles, any back pain, tension, just getting things nice and loose. Oh, I can feel that. Are we good? Everyone okay? I can see Taruna Auntie on Zoom is giving a little shake out. Marion, beautiful smiles. Lovely to see you. Andrew, Purnima Auntie, my mum, Kumaventure, yay! We're going to go into my signature shoulder floss. So if this is your first time, do not worry. If you're getting your arms up and over and you need to add a bend, you may not be able to go all the way around. It's very common to have a bit of restriction in this range of movement, especially when we're sitting for long periods and we start rounding our back into that kyphosis of the spine. So slowly over time, I would love you to try and aim for a nice, smooth, symmetrical shoulder floss. This is the perfect snack to do every day, just like you floss your teeth. We can just add this into a daily habit to break up the day with some shoulder flossing, so little exercise snack. But this is great to give your shoulders some TLC and really get that full range of movement in those joints. It's a big ball and socket joint. Can you feel it? If you want, you could add some marching. My mother-in-law's not with me. She normally does everything seated, so I will show you seated or standing because I have care homes joining me. I have people up to the age of 100 have joined these workouts. I even have children at schools with disabilities. So whatever you can do, this is your workout. Let's do one more and relax. I can really feel upper body has worked there. So we're going to give that a little rest. and just move to our lower body. So what we're going to do, and you don't have to use the band here, is I've got one foot out in front of me, and I'm either going to point and flex. So I'm literally pointing and flexing there. So hopefully, just going to adjust my camera on YouTube. Just make sure that, yeah, you guys can see me, Facebook can see me. Brilliant. So the option is to add a band, potentially if you've got a long enough pair of tights or a band here, even maybe a gown tie, but just something with a bit of length. This is good because I can adjust the tightness and make it a little bit more harder if I need to, or easier, I can ease off. So if you want to hold the band, fine. If not, we're just pointing and flexing. Now you can lift the leg into a little leg extension, or you can keep the heel down on the ground. So all we're doing here is just warming things up. I've got my back nice and straight. My stomach muscles are still in through this whole workout. And I'm just getting things warm. Now if I was to lift the leg up, really point and then bring those toes in towards you. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. You don't have to use the band, so I could do this without. I'll show you. I'm lifting up. My leg muscles have to work as I lift that foot off the ground. It's a bit harder. If it's too difficult, keep the foot down. Do you feel that on Zoom? Yes or no? It's a bit of a hard one. Okay, I've got thumbs up there. Well done, everyone. And we've got Pravin and Shah, we've got Ari and Dev, Nirma Shah, Solanti, Manik, Purnima Auntie. I think you messaged me on Instagram, so well done. I think that was you on my TED Talk comment. Thank you. Other side. So I've got my other leg out. I can have it raised, pointing, and flexing. Now, even here, I could really engage my arm muscles, my biceps I can feel, because I'm holding this band quite tight. It's adding more resistance. If you don't like the band, just do it without. Point and flex. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Well done, and relax. Seated or standing, we're going to work these lovely latissimus dorsi and the back muscles here. So we're going to try with or without the band. If you like without the band, that's fine. You could even use some lovely baked bean tins. We've all got those. So these workouts are very accessible. You don't have to have any fancy equipment. One arm is going to stay straight in front. Both my palms are facing forward. And we're going to bring the other arm down the side of my body, that elbow, squeezing those back muscles and back to the top. Let's do 5 on one side. And I'm going to show you, these are the muscles here that I want you to think about. That mind to muscle connection. So we're exhaling. The other arm stays quite straight. So if I was to do it without even, I'm really pulling, I'll show you from the side, as if I'm between 2 panes of glass and this elbow's coming down the side and I'm squeezing here. I hope you guys get that. If there's a move that you find hard, you can always play this back on my YouTube channel. So you can practice in the week. Just do a little band snack with me. Let's change sides. If you need to have a little rest, bring the arms down, have a little shake. I can feel it too. And exhale, squeezing. So the other arm is by my ear and it's nice and straight, and I'm really trying to focus on these muscles. As that arm comes back, squeeze, exhale, release, inhale. So on the harder part of our exercises, we use that exhale, that breath out, to try and help us. Have we equalized? So the elbow is bending as it goes round and release. It is quite tough, right? Really good for our brains. You know, I'm an ambassador for Alzheimer's Society, and there's such a big link with exercise and our brains. We want to keep them fit. So all these movements, you've got to use your brain to send the neurons to tell your body what we're doing. So some of these are quite complicated. We're going to do a spinal twist to finish our band snack. You can hold a band. If you're tired, just simply hold your hands behind your head. And all we're going to do is keep our waist nice and forward, our hips forward. We're going to use our stomach muscles, and you're going to feel it probably in your back. We're going to keep our backs nice and straight. We're just twisting over. Exhale, back to the middle. So you're looking and twisting to one side. It's not a big movement. Even seated, this is a great one to do at the sofa, behind your desk if you've been sitting for too long. It's going to just feel a little bit tight, maybe in areas that you're tight in. Exhale, inhale. And one more on each side. Can you feel it in your stomach muscles? Twist round and relax. Ooh, well done, team. So, if you're tired, rest. Today's active recovery is going to be star jumps. We don't do jumping in this workout. It's all low impact for all ages to use and all abilities. Seated star jumps can be done as well, so no excuses if you're sitting. Or you could do double leg seated, like Mummy always does. I'm missing her, as you can tell. But the best thing is we've got a feel-good community, so I can see so many of you on Zoom. We are all together, and it feels like I've got my whole team with me. It makes the best part of my week is this workout, seeing you all move with me. Shall we try and go for 5? Good. Give yourselves a clap at the top. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. So have a little rest. Star jumps are the option. When I'm talking, when I'm letting you rest, a lot of people need that rest. As you get fitter, if you want, you could either march out, jog out, or you could bring it into those star jumps today. First exercise we're going to do is some press ups. So our big upper body, I know we've just done a band snack, so my arms are feeling it already, but they're nice and warm. Press ups can be done seated. If you know what you're doing against the wall or an inclined surface like your kitchen island or table, feel free to start. 10 to 12 reps, even less is fine, just good quality reps. So if you're seated, my hands are on my thighs and I'm bringing my chest between my thighs, bending at the elbows, squeezing back. I want you to think about building strength and feeling all the upper body muscles. Stomach muscles are in tight. All ages I have at the wall. So I can see my mum, Ben has just got up. Well done, Mum. There's no pressure, but if you are at the wall, I'm just going to show you technique again. We have a straight line from our head to our heels. We don't break at the hips, so there's no bending here. My hands are shoulder height. I can have my feet close to the wall or far away to make it more challenging. And I bring my chest towards the wall in a straight line, my whole body. Exhale, push away. Inhale and exhale. Obviously, I can make it harder, and I even have ladies in my group sessions in the evenings doing wall ones that we really feel. I'm watching everyone on Zoom, maybe 8 to 10 reps. The progression is to go at a lower surface. If you had a table or a kitchen island, like the cooker is the best place, I think, because you can then tie it in when you're cooking. Get a little press up snack in for me. When you are done, so keep going in your own time if you're seated. Even here, pushing against, activating those muscles. When you're done, you can go into star jumps, maybe seated, just to keep our little cardio snack. We're mixing up strength and cardio, but if you're tired, rest, because then the next exercise you'll get the best out of. We're going to combine the press ups, so that's a compound exercise. I'm getting technical with you, and that means it's multiple joints, multiple muscles. It's worked everything in our upper body, and your stomach, because we're keeping our core nice and tight through the exercises. We're now going to move into a less of a compound move, but still quite a lot of muscles, and it's going to be our chest press. So what we're going to do, watch me first, no weights, is you've got a lovely 90 degrees. Does anyone remember protractors at school? If I came round and had a 90 degrees, so my elbows try not to drop, they stay nice at shoulder height, my wrists stay very straight to my forearms. Before we even pick up weight, I want you to protect your wrists and make sure they stay straight. And then I'm going to squeeze in, exhale and release. Inhale. We can do this seated. My back doesn't move, my stomach muscles stay straight and tight. So my back is nice and straight. It's not moving in the movement. Can you feel that without weight already? Yes? Because we've worked a lot of muscles already in our upper body. And you know how passionate I am about strength training. So, laundry bottles with handles, which I found, milk cartons could be your progression. Some of you have got dumbbells. Obviously, I have dumbbells too, but whatever you find, safe household objects, I want you to use. So we can stay seated if you want. We're going to just try and do with or without a weight. Let's go for about 10 repetitions. Squeezing in and release. Breathe through. Exhale. Inhale. Now, even if it's a light weight, going slower, time under tension is a way to make it nice and hard. Or if you can grab some tin cans, good. My mum has just picked up her lovely pink dumbbells. If they're too heavy, do less reps. And then move down to body weight. It's your workout. Woo! I haven't got my mother-in-law to count with me. I think it's 2 more. She's my little counter. Really helps me with that part and relax. So I apologize if that was more than 10. Was that 10, guys? Was that 10? Give me a thumbs up if it was about 10. Good. Breathe, relax. So we can circle out our arms, we can march on our spot, or we can just simply relax here. I'm giving you about 10 to 15 seconds. You take more rest if you need it. Now, do you already, I definitely do, feel more energized? Already in maybe 10 or 15 minutes, do you feel those endorphins? Do you feel a little bit happier? Can I get a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I'll ask you at the end as well. But it's normally when you're in a workout that you should hopefully feel the mental health benefits of exercise as well. And I can see some lovely smiles. I can feel the energy off everyone off Zoom today. Let's go back to our press-ups. If your wrists get tired, you can roll them out, even here, or you could go to seated version. So if you are doing press-ups, I'm going to show you a couple from the side. So I'll just adjust my Instagram view. Hopefully that tripod will not collapse on me. There we go, apologies. So I'm just going to show you everyone from the side how we can progress. Because a lot of you have been on my workouts for 3 years or so. So you can start off closer, like I said, or you can move further. But we're maintaining that straight line from our head to our heels. Seated, I have shown you, so if you can't stand, do the seated version. Inhale, exhale. If you don't like this exercise, you could just do some star jumps instead, yeah? Or some marching on the spot. I can really feel these. The more I focus on the muscles, the more I feel like I'm getting that activation, contraction, engagement. Just do them nice and slow. So if you're closer and you want to go slower, that's another great way. When you've done 10 to 12, let me know. Even if you've done less, you can take a seat so I'll know, or you could do a few star jumps, whatever works for you. Super work on Zoom, so I can see lots of you. Great work. Has anyone tried the press-ups, if you've been on my workouts for a while, against the kitchen island? Yes, when you're maybe making a coffee or tea, or when you're cooking, I'm trying to tie in day-to-day activities that you can then think, yes, Lavina, I'm going to do 10 press-ups in that time that the kettle's boiling. How does that sound? Any takers this week for a bit of homework? Taruna Auntie's straight away and Andrew's nodding. Oh, you're so sweet. Brilliant. I love setting homework. I'm just trying to get you to keep moving through your week, through your days. So we're going to sit down if you want, or standing. We're doing those chest presses. I'll do one version sitting down. So if anyone is watching and working from home, you could grab 2 water bottles or some tins. No excuses, just get in a bit of strength training, which is incredible. Not just for reducing risks of things like osteoporosis as we age, but having more muscle mass means that muscle is more metabolically active than fat, so it's great to help us maintain a healthy weight, which is important, not for how we look, but to reduce risks of chronic illnesses. Are we breathing? Are those elbows staying high? I think we've got 3 more or so. Do what you can. Great for controlling our blood sugar levels to help reduce risks of things like type 2 diabetes, even reverse type 2 diabetes with exercise and lifestyle changes. You know, I love giving you all this info, especially being an ambassador for Diabetes UK as well. I'm very passionate about long-term health. Relax there if you want. Again, we could add in 10 to 15 seconds of star jumps, seated or standing. Give yourselves a clap, or you can rest. We're working quite quickly today, because I'm going to just squeeze in what I can. Instead of an hour-long workout, I'm hoping to do a little bit of a shorter session, just because I've got a few things going on today. But also to give you an option that sometimes we don't have a full hour. Doesn't matter. Even if you play 5 minutes of a workout off YouTube, it's better than nothing. So let's move into our lower body, the king exercise that I think is squats, sit and stands. Whatever you can do. I'm going to go through the basics again. For anyone that's new or anyone that's forgotten, leg extensions are the best. I think you can do them anywhere. In a restaurant, at the sofa, under your table at work. When you're sitting, think about lifting your leg up, foot up off the ground, tightening these quadricep muscles, which help support our knees. So when we hear about knee pain, this is a really good exercise, obviously, if you can, to try and strengthen these muscles. Again, add a hold. Hold it. Can you all feel that? You're all doing them today, which is great. If you do these, you could even try with the band and hold and tighten. See what works for you. So you could start with level 1 is leg extensions. Level 2, to go through proper form, we're going to hold our chair. For some people that find it hard to stand, you've got the support of your chair, knees are going out in line with my toes, they never cave in towards each other. And all I'm going to do is lift up a few inches, activate the muscles in my legs, my glutes, my stomach, and come down. I'm holding onto the chair for support because some people need it, right? So I want this to be applicable to everyone. Third version is to come up, maybe all the way up, squeeze, tighten glutes, stomach muscles, thighs, maybe hold on to the chair as you come down. Level 4, most advanced, is to come up without any assistance. Again, check you can see your toes, so my knees are staying back, they're not coming forward, my body is nice and straight, and come up. And obviously the advanced version is to start adding in weight. Some of you have already done your maybe 5 or 6 squats. If you do want to add in a weight, you can grab it now. So I'm going to grab a little kettlebell, but you could put a rucksack on your back. You could add just some little tin cans in your hands. Squeeze up. Now let's slow it down and slow it all the way up. If you've been doing these for a while, can you go slower? We're going down and exhale. As you come up, are you tightening your glutes? I'm going to show you from the side, because a common mistake when you start holding weight is to go like this, but we want to keep the body nice and straight. My knees are staying back. I can check, I can see my toes as I go down and up. Squeeze. Shall we do 2 or 3 more? Some of you have done more than 10, so please relax if you need to. But we're going to do 2 sets. So if you are more used to these, you could even do up to 15 reps, which some of you I think have done, but just do what you can. 3 good reps is better than you losing form and technique. Last one. Can you feel your heart rate going up? Your body nice and warm and relax. Now I guarantee as you increase weight, just march out or rest, you will feel out of breath. You can probably hear I'm out of breath. So I don't run. I love walking, but I love strength training because it's getting me into that amazing, what they call the fat burning zone, but a nice aerobic training zone in my heart rate, but it's building muscle mass, which is so important as we age. Longevity, independence, all the benefits. So start off young. Over 30, we start losing our muscle mass. Little reminders. We're going to combine the squats or sit and stands or leg extensions with some either balance work with our hip circles. I'll show you seated though first. Anyone seated? We're lifting a leg up and we're just starting to circle out. Maybe 5 in one direction and then change direction. They can be small circles. Now I mentioned balance. It's very important. That's why I incorporate balance snacks into every these workouts. You can hold your chair and then this leg is taking all your weight and I'm simply circling out. 5 in one direction and then change over. Or if you can balance, have the chair all worn in if you need to, because I don't want anyone falling over. You can obviously try and balance. If you've been practicing balance, like I advise, every day, maybe when you're brushing your teeth, it's quite hard, and change direction. Try and keep everything else nice and still. So it's isolating this hip, ball and socket joint that gets really tight, and we want to keep nice and mobile and supple. Woo! Did you feel it in the leg that's straight and supported? That takes all your body weight. This is great, not only to reduce risks as you age of falling, but for any muscular imbalances. So if you've got children, grandchildren that are doing a lot of sport or running, guarantee you they should be doing some balance work as well, because sometimes the more dominant side will be stronger. Yeah, can we feel that? I'm holding on. You don't have to hold on. I could sit down and do these, or I can balance, and I'm going to keep my stomach muscles really tight if I'm trying to balance unaided, which is hard. Keep that wall or chair near you for support. And last 1 or 2, if you've changed direction, using our brains, and relax. Did you feel it, everyone? Yes? Great work. So you know there's studies that I always quote around balance, 10 seconds. If you can build up to balancing 10 seconds on one foot, that's great to help us live longer. In short, great study that Andrew, who's my regular, showed me in The Guardian last year, and it's just brilliant to know why we're doing all of these things. Let's go back to our squats. Now have a think. Was that weight, if you've been doing strength training, was it challenging enough? Is there anything you can grab if you want to add something on? Do you want to put a little rucksack on your back? Do you want to maybe just change weights slightly? So I'm going to go slightly up because I have quite a few options here. You can just use maybe a heavier, safe household object. You can do your leg extensions. You could even add a little weight if you're doing leg extensions and hold the weight while you do your legs. If we're doing our sit and stands, with or without weight, whatever works for you, let's start 10 slow repetitions. Up and slowly down. So I'm going slowly down because we often rush that negative eccentric part of the movement, but studies are showing how incredible that is for our strength, for results. We want to get nice, long, strong, lean. Strong is the emphasis, legs, that can help us in our day-to-day activities. So if you are able to stand, this is the one that we want to do to maintain your independence so that you can keep standing on your own as you age, right? Good. I can see some lovely weights. I think Vaishanti's got a nice milk carton. Some of you have even invested in dumbbells. Squeeze up. Can you feel it? Tighten your glutes, your bottom at the top, to really work on making sure your form is right. Your knees are going out. Back is straight. Breathe out as you come up. Are your stomach muscles in tight? It's really important. All these teaching points. That's why I talk throughout these workouts, because it's virtual and I want to keep reminding you. So if you do it on your own, like a squat snack on the sofa, when you're watching TV, you do it properly. I'm in your head, I hope. Shall we do one more? I'm sure we've done 10. Mummy's not here to confirm. Exhale and inhale. Yay! Well done. Did you all feel that? Are you out of breath, everyone on Zoom? Yeah, so good. So that's the power of strength training. We're going to add in balance, which is going to be harder when you're still recovering. So again, if you want to take a seat and do those hip circles seated, you can. We're mixing it up today. So I'm trying to get all of my feel-good prescription in. And we're like supersetting, means 2 exercises back to back. But obviously I'm giving you a little bit of a rest. So if you want to hold on, if you're feeling a bit wobbly, make sure. You could even hold on less by going onto your fingertips rather than the whole hand. Seated or standing, 4 or 5 one way, and then change direction. I'm going to test my balance. Stomach muscles in, back straight, everything still. Focus on a point maybe. Can feel it in that supporting leg. Getting nice and strong. And relax. Good. Anyone on Instagram, that so many people tune in, get up and join us for this 1 minute of balanced snack. Just literally this movement, you'll feel good that you've done something at least. If you can't join the whole workout. Facebook, I can see lots of you on, and YouTube, well done. So circle it out, our hips get tight. We hear about so many hip replacements as we age. So this is really key to keep this area supple. Put your foot down if you need a rest and change direction. We've got the last 4 or 5. If you're done, have a seat. 3 and 2, breathe, feel it. And 1. Wow, there's such good balance on Zoom. Super, super work, everyone. Have a little rest while I show you quite a hard exercise. So this is going to be our last one. Now we've already done 40 minutes and I can never get it to half an hour because there's so much I want to do with you. But once I start, I just, time flies when you're having fun. So, don't rearrange your furniture, but I am obviously safely moving my chair. I've got the back of a supported object. It could be your table, something that's not going to move. This is an option for anyone that's able. Otherwise, the option is seated leg extensions for the last exercise. We're only going to do one set. We're going to try the lunges if you've done them before. Now watch me before you start. My front leg is going to bend. I've got a long stride between my feet. My back heel is off the ground and my body comes through the middle. I don't lean forward because that's going to put load on that knee, which I don't want. I've got a support and I'm going to just try and bend both knees down and come up. I didn't go too far down because I want you to just practice. The weight is in the front heel of my front foot. So I'm going down and up. If you don't like it, you'll know straight away. You don't have to do this exercise. This is an advanced exercise. Inhale and exhale. Obviously, people do these with weights if you want to, but I'm doing it with support because this workout is for all abilities, all ages. The option, if you don't like lunges, and many people aren't ready for those, we can do some leg extensions here. Really hold those muscles out as you lift up. If anyone's doing lunges, let's maybe do 5 or 10 on each side and swap over. We're only doing one set. But the key is a long stride so that I can see my front toe as I go down and up. You're going to feel this every single muscle in your lower body. Try and keep your back straight. So Andrew, I'm just going to check you, Andrew. Just peek over to me, Andrew, so I can see you moving forward. I want you to try and watch me, Andrew, for one sec. Try and go down through the middle. So rather than leaning forward, because I don't want you to put the load on this knee, I want that to almost stay back above the heel and go down and up. It's really hard, yes? Does that feel better? Good. Down and up. I'm having a little peek because I get worried with lunges, which is why I often don't include them. It is quite a hard exercise. Obviously on a virtual platform, I want you to do it. Did you feel that, Andrew? Is that okay? Better? So it's hard, something to practice. Remember, like 40 minutes in of this workout, if you want to go to YouTube and practice those. If you did your leg extensions, well done. We're going to move on to one final exercise and it's going to be our shoulder press. Now we've done a lot with our elbows this way, so we're going to bring these elbows in this time, palms towards each other. I'm showing you without weight to start off with, and then we're going to bring the weight up, exhale, hands back by my ears. So it's a slightly different shoulder press, but we're going narrower and up and down. You can add your weights in if you want. You can stay seated or standing. If you're seated, you could even add some heel raises, lifting those heels as you go up and down. But I don't want you to get distracted. I want you to focus on that upper body. We've worked hard today. Again, I'm not swinging my body or my back. It's staying nice and still as I press up. This is a good one to help us keep lifting, putting things up on shelves ourselves. Yeah, this is all functional movement strength training to help us maintain our day-to-day activities as we age, build muscle. Woo! Shall we go for 3 more? Amazing work. This is amazing on your blood sugar levels as well, which I've been testing mine with the Zoe app, and it's amazing how exercise can help control your blood sugar levels. So even after eating, maybe going for a quick feel-good walk, move after meals is my message at the moment. Relax. Woo! Did you feel that, everyone? I feel like we should do a bonus, a little finisher for anyone that has the energy. All we're going to do is maybe grab some tins or no weights. We're going to add in a little tiny 15 seconds. You can guess what it is because I feel like doing it as well. A bit of boxing, seated or standing, We're just going to make sure we are exercising for sanity, not vanity, getting our endorphins fully released, the power of movement, and just lifting our moods, getting rid of any stress, worries. I want you to really punch it all away. We got 5 seconds, team. This is your last bit of work. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Heart rate should be up. Take some lovely deep breaths. Give yourselves a big clap. We're going to stretch. I got really out of breath there. You can hear on my voice there. Did you feel it, everyone? Super work. Even if you did a minute today, it's better than nothing. So I want to first start with a big feel-good hug, because you all deserve it. If you've got someone nearby, you've got couples on Zoom and YouTube, give your partner a hug. We're opening out our arms. We can do this seated as well. We're arching our back. Stick your tailbone out, your chest out, and then round the back as you give yourselves a massive, well-deserved, feel-good hug. Tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest. Woo! Let's do a couple more. This is like a seated or standing cat-cow. So while your breathing comes down, we're also taking lovely deep breaths here, and we're releasing out our spine. One more. You deserve 3 big hugs today from me to all of you. This is releasing oxytocin, the love hormone. Should put a smile on your faces. Well done. We're going to take a seat for the rest of the stretches. We're going to have one leg out in front of us. We can bring that heel to the ground, toes coming towards you. All I want you to do is lift up, take a lovely long stretch up. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands wherever they touch. It doesn't have to be your toes. It could be your shins. It could just be resting. Chest is coming towards the thighs, and I'm relaxing my head and neck, but I'm trying to keep this leg lovely and straight to really lengthen out the muscles. Stretching, this stretch now is the most important after what we've done to reduce risks of injury, to increase our flexibility, to have a moment of self-care before we rush off to do all the things we have to do in life, and time to just thank your body for what it's allowed you to do. Roll up gently, ideally holding stretches for 15 to 20 seconds would be amazing. So if you've got more time, YouTube, go to the last few minutes of one of our workouts. You've got hundreds to choose from. Do a few stretches in your day. Relax your head, neck and shoulders. You don't have to reach for your toes. You could just rest down. But the straighter the leg, the more you're going to feel that stretch from the top all the way down, flexing that foot towards you. Deep breaths in, bringing the heart rate back to normal. Rolling up nice and slow. Super work. We're going to do a shoulder stretch. You can just stay seated if you want. One arm in front of you. If you want to stand, I'll just show you standing as well. That hand from the other arm just goes above or below your elbow, drawing that arm in, looking over the shoulder. Relax it away from your ears. Take a few deep breaths. This is the best part for me, because you can feel how different you feel from before you started the workout. Take a little sense check. This should be your motivation, because hopefully you're feeling better than the start, so better than when you did before. This exercise, capturing this moment, is so important when we're flagging with motivation, which is so common. Other side, release when you're ready. Poor mummy's not here, but I'm going to do 2 lovely feel-good finish. You can do this seated. We're going to take a lovely big positive inhale, lift the arms up. Breathe in positivity, exhale, release any negativity, tension, anxiety, stresses all away. One final big positive inhale, reaching up, and capture that positivity. Hands meet at the top. Bring it down to your amazing heart center. Take a little bow. Thank your amazing body. It's a privilege to be able to move. It's a privilege to be able to have you all join in with me. So thank you so much for joining. Please share with your loved ones. I will have a quick chat with everyone on Zoom. You're amazing. If you want Zoom details, we have a WhatsApp group. You can sign up to my newsletter, which very soon. I'm finding a little gap in my crazy schedule to get that done, but we do have a WhatsApp group where I communicate our Zoom details and session